Hello students, how are you? I hope you all are fit and fine. So dear students, let us continue the revision of chapter 1 Triumph of Surgery written by James Heriot in your Footprints Without Feet. So as of now in this chapter we have seen that this story is about a dog whose name is Tricky. Tricky is a greedy dog and also he is very much pampered by his mistress, Mrs. Pomfrey. Suddenly, Tricky falls ill, and the veterinary surgeon, James Heriot, was a vet a veterinary surgeon, uh, James Heriot, is going to treat Tricky. When Mrs. Pomfrey was walking out with Tricky, she was taking Tricky for a walk. Then Mr. James Heriot saw Tricky's condition and inquired about Tricky. Then he was told by Mrs. Pomfrey that she used to overfeed the dog. So that is why the dog's condition was like that. So let's see, dear students, what happened next in this story. So you all take out your book and open it at page number 2. Page number 2, we are going to start once again. A lot of conversation we have seen last at the page number 1 went on between between James Heriot, the veterinary surgeon, and Mrs. Pomfrey about Tricky. So still their conversation continued. Okay, dear students, so let's see what happened next in this story. I tried to sound severe. Now I really mean this. So James Heriot, he tried to become strict, and this time really he wanted strictness. If you don't cut his food right now, right down, and give him more exercise, he is going to be really ill. James Heriot told Mrs. Pomfrey that if she would not cut down the dog's food and she would not give the dog the plenty of exercise, then the dog would would be seriously ill. You must harden your heart and keep him on a strict diet. And further he added that it is very important for you that you should become very hard and keep the dog on a very strict diet. Mrs. Pomfrey wrung her hands. Oh, I will, Mr. Heriot. I am sure you are right, but it is so difficult, so very difficult. She set off, head down along the road, as if determined to put the new regime into practice immediately. Having said so, she left, and the way she left, the way she was moving, putting her head down, so the veterinary surgeon James Heriot thought that she was going to follow whatever the advice was given by Mr. James Heriot. I watched their progress with growing concern. Tricky was tottering along in his little tweed coat. He had a whole wardrobe of these coats for the cold weather and a raincoat for the wet days. He struggled on, drooping in his harness. I thought it wouldn't be long before I heard from Mrs. Pomfrey. Mr. James Heriot kept watching the dog as well as Mrs. Pomfrey, and he assumed that he guessed that very soon he was going to receive a call from Mrs. Pomfrey, because Mrs. Pomfrey loved Tricky very much and she was not going to follow whatever the instructions were given by Mr. James Heriot. The expected call came within a few days, and as Mr. James Heriot expected a call from Mrs. Pomfrey, as he guessed that he would going to receive a call from Mrs. Pomfrey very soon about Tricky's health, and yes, it was true. The expected, as he guessed, the expected call he received after a few days. Mrs. Pomfrey was distraught. Distraught means extremely worried. So this time Mrs. Pomfrey was extremely worried. Tricky would eat nothing, refused even his favorite dishes. And she said Tricky would eat nothing and he refused his favorite dishes too. He had bouts of vomiting. He spent all his time laying on a rug. Further, she informed that he was vomiting at the short intervals of time, and he kept on laying on a rug, on a floor covering, panting, gasping, didn't want to go for walks, didn't want to do anything. And she informed Mr. James Heriot that the dog did not want to go out, and he also was not eating his favorite dishes. So now here, when Mr. James Heriot saw Tricky with Mrs. Pomfrey on his way back to the clinic, so he guessed that very soon he received the call from Mrs. Pomfrey. As he knew that Mrs. Pomfrey would not going to improve her habits, as she used to love Tricky very much. And the expected call arrived, in which he was informed that Tricky was not eating anything and even he was not going for walking. So finally the time came when veterinary surgeon James Heriot had to hospitalize the dog Tricky, because there was no any other way to improve Tricky's health. I made my plans in advance. So as narrator knew that very soon Tricky would be hospitalized, he was accepting a call from Mrs. Pomfrey. That is why he made his all the plans in advance. The only was to get Tricky out of the house for a period. The only way to improve Tricky's health condition was to bring Tricky out from his house, as Mrs. Pomfrey used to love Tricky very much, so she was not going to stop Tricky overfeeding, and thus a dog's condition would not be improving. So that is why he thought it's the best way to hospitalize Tricky for a period. I suggested that he be hospitalized for about fortnight to be kept under observation. And then Mr. James Heriot suggested Mrs. Pumphrey that the dog needs to be hospitalized for 15 days. Fortnight means 15 days. The poor lady almost swooned. When Mrs. Pumphrey heard this, she almost fainted, as she loved Tricky very much. So that is why she was about to faint. She was sure he would pine and die if he did not see her every day. So Mrs. Pumphrey thought that if the dog would not see Mrs. Pumphrey, the dog would die. But I took a firm line. But the narrator also took the firm line. He was also strict this time. Tricky was very ill, and this was the only way to save him. In fact, I thought it best to make him without delay, and followed by Mrs. Pumphrey's willings, I marched out to the car, carrying the little dog wrapped in a blanket. So dear students, as this time narrator made up his mind that there was no other solution but to hospitalize Tricky. So that is why he somehow convinced Mrs. Pumphrey, as she was not ready to hospitalize the dog. She used to love the dog very much. That is why it was very difficult for her to live without the dog. But she had to admit, because it was the question of Tricky's health. So that is why she was ready, and the narrator went to receive Tricky with his car. By his car, the narrator reached to receive Tricky. The entire staff was roused, and maids rushed in and out, bringing his day bed, his night bed, favorite cushions, toys and rubber rings, breakfast ball, lunch ball, supper ball. So dear students, here we can see that how Mrs. Pumphrey used to love Tricky. When narrator reached to receive Tricky, he saw that the entire staff, they were it caused to stop them from sleeping. They could not sleep properly. Okay, they were in a hurry to give all the things which belonged to Tricky, Mrs. Pumphrey's dog. So what were the things? Tricky's day bed, Tricky's night bed, Tricky's favorite cushions, toys and rubber rings, breakfast ball, lunch ball, supper ball. Realizing that my car would never hold all the stuff, realizing that the narrator realized that the narrator's car could not hold all the stuff, all the things which belonged to Tricky, I started to drive away. So the narrator started driving away. As I moved off, Mrs. Pumphrey with a despairing cry. So when the narrator was moving off, as just he started, so Mrs. Pumphrey was in a tear. She was very depressed. She was in a pain. She was crying. Threw an armful of the little coats through the window. So through car's window, she threw some of the Tricky's coats. Yes. I looked in the mirror before I turned the corner of the drive. Everybody was in tears. So before taking a turn, the narrator stopped his. The narrator turned and he saw that everybody was in tears. Everybody was crying for Tricky. Out on the bed, I glanced down at the pathetic little out on the road, I glanced down at the pathetic little animal gasping on the seat by my side. So when narrator started driving, Tricky was sitting in his car. So he had a look on Tricky, and he found that the dog was sitting and he was gasping. He was gasping. He was panting, breathing, heavily, breathing hardly. I patted the head, and Tricky made a brave effort to wag his tail. So veterinary surgeon James Heriot, he patted Tricky's head, and Tricky made a great effort to move his tail, to wag his tail. Poor old lad, I said. The narrator said, poor old lad, you haven't a kick in you. So you haven't any energy in you. You haven't a kick in you means you haven't energy in you. You have become energyless. But I think I know a cure for you. And further the narrator said that he knew how to cure Tricky. Okay. So before moving ahead, dear students, let us discuss let us discuss the answers to the questions which are asked in the beginning of the chapter. So open page number 1. What were the questions? Why is Mrs. Pumphrey worried about Tricky? So as we have gone through just now, Mrs. Pumphrey was worried about Tricky as Tricky was not eating anything, and Tricky refused to eat anything. He was not he refused his favorite dishes, and he was not going for a walk with Mrs. Pumphrey. He refused all these things. So this is the reason for her being worried. What does she do to help him? Is she wise in this? So as she is suggested by the veterinary surgeon James Heriot to cut Tricky's food, to give him a proper exercise, but she cannot do it as she pampers the dog. So she used to overfeed the dog. She used to give the dog his favorite dishes. So is she wise in this? No, not at all. She is not wise in this. Who does I refer to in the story? So I refer to James Heriot, the veterinary surgeon. Okay, yes, students. Now before moving ahead, let us go through some more questions, answers to these questions we will try to find out when we will read the next part of this chapter, this story. Is the narrator as rich as Tricky's mistress? How does he treat the dog? Why is he pampered to keep Tricky as a how is he tempted to keep Tricky on as a permanent guest? Why does Mrs. Pomfrey think the dog's recovery is a triumph of surgery? Okay, so these are the questions, answers to which we will try to find out when we will read the next part. So before reading an explanation, let us discuss some hard words and their meanings. So I am going to write down some hard words and their meanings on the board. Please note them down. From page number 3. Surged. Surged means rushed. Sniffing. Sniffing means breathing or inhaling. Inhaling. Whimper. Make a series of low sound. Whimper means make a series of low sound. Trotted. Trotted means trembled. Engulfed. Engulfed means surrounded. Surrounded or covered. Okay, dear students, surged means rushed. Sniffing means breathing or inhaling. Whimper means make a series of low sound. Trotted means trembled. Engulfed means surrounded or covered. Okay, so I hope you have written or taken the screenshot. I am going to rub it. Rolling slightly. Rolling slightly means trembling while moving. Trembling while moving. Sloped means flow or pour here. Sloped means flow or pour. So it is past, so also it will become past. Headlong means with the head, with the head foremost, with the head foremost. Liable, or let me write down, let me rub it and write down. So dear student, rolling slightly means trembling while moving, sloped means flowed or poured, headlong means with the head foremost. So I hope you have written. Now I am going to rub it. Liable means at risk of. Surged means moved suddenly, or also rushed. Okay, so dear students, it's all about the hard words and their meaning. You can take the screenshot or you can pause the video and write down. So it's all about the hard words and their meanings from page number 3. Now look at the next paragraph. At the surgery, the household dogs surged round me. So when the narrator reached his clinic, the household dogs, the dogs which were already there, the household dogs, they surrounded the narrator. Tricky looked down at the noisy pack with dull eyes, and when put down, lay motionless on the carpet. So Tricky was looking down at the dogs, at the noisy pack means the dogs with the dull eyes, as he was not taking any interest in them. When put down, lay motionless on the carpet. So when Tricky he was laid down, so he lay down motionlessly. Okay, there was no motion, he was just laying there. The other dogs, after sniffing, found him for a few seconds. He was an uninteresting object and ignored him. The other dogs, when Tricky reached there, the other dog came and they sniffed Tricky, but they found Tricky an uninteresting object, and they left Tricky, as Tricky was not taking any interest in his surrounding. So that is why the dog came. They sniffed, the other dogs, the household dogs came, they sniffed Tricky, and then they left, because Tricky was not showing any interest to them. So that is why they also did not take any interest in Tricky. So thus, dear students, when Tricky reached, finally Tricky reached at the clinic of James Heriot, the veterinary surgeon. A veterinary surgeon means a doctor who treats animals. Okay, so finally James Herriot had no way, so that is why he tried to hospitalize Tricky. So dear students, it's all about this video. In my next video I will explain the rest part of this chapter. So thank you so much for watching this video. See you tomorrow in the next video.